So good evening everybody, and after last week's antics in Miami, this week we're in Baku, and as you can see on my screen I am just staring at a green pillar. Very beautiful look of the pit lane there for me. So as I said last week in the Monday Night League, it was quite entertaining, quite a few incidents as well. And we've come to a track that's famed for instance, and that is Baku. The Sunday races did have a good race here over the weekend, and whilst people filter out on the track then to get their first qualifying laps in of the session, we will have a look at the Drivers and Constructors Championship. We'll just change that to the leader, there we go. So Sir Deadman absolutely dominating the championship so far, with 126 points. His main rival has got less than half the points Sir Deadman has, and that is Din on 60 points. But the Alfa Romeos ain't giving it up, especially in the constructors, as Niles is also there with 51 points. Black Cat is in fourth. The midfield is very tight, so from Black Cat in fourth you have DMZ, Elliot, Sir Swindle, Neil, all split by just 6 points. And then the more battles continues, the two McLarens, F1's bottom back, Marty and Profos, Mohammed, Saka, you dead, Russ and Dexter all only split by 16 points. Further down the championship, still waiting for Levy, Jay Rooney and Jay Parkin to score some points this season. They'll be hoping to get some today. In terms of the constructors then, that's looking a bit more closer, but there is a bit of a gap. Mercedes on 155 points. They are 47 points clear of the Alfa Romeos, if my maths is correct, who are just a bit further back on 108. The Williams team coming in P3 with 63 points. The McLaren on 42. The Haas team on 39. The Red Bulls on 34. Closely followed by the Ferraris on 32 and the Astons on 31. And then the Alpines and AlphaTauris need to get some points in. They are struggling to get their points down this season, and I'm pretty sure, let me just go scan back to the previous week. Yep, so AlphaTauri did actually score their first points of the season last week, which is good to get off the mark, as people are now on flying laps. Think Magic is the first guy on a hot lap. He isn't actually. First guy on a hot lap right now is DMZ, and he's going through sector 2 now into that castle section. Hard on the brakes. Very clean through there from DMZ. Riding the curb on the exit. Just need to change the volume because the cars are quite loud. Audio settings. That'll do. There we go. Oh, we need to clatter the barrier. Did he clatter the barrier there? The signage has been bent. Just quickly switch to Magic Mag to see if he did. Oh, they have people getting very close to that barrier. We had a few people hitting that barrier yesterday. I'm expecting people to be running quite low wings here. I finished P4 yesterday and I did 9 laps without a front wing, so you can run low wings here and get away with it. Do struggle a bit with the turning, but on these long straights that we have, you can gain the time back. DMZ is coming through for 140.1. Magic Mag goes a second slower, but as I say, it's really a balance to how low you go, because if you go really low you can gain it in the straights, but you'll lose it in the corners. But if you go too high you'll gain it in the corners, lose on the straights. You've got to find that balance. That middle ground I reckon is where it's going to be key. A Sir Swindon, the Mercedes goes through for 140.8. Oh, and he's binned it out at the exit of turn 1. He spun it. Oh, he spun it again. He got his lap in though, so he'll be happy to on preliminary pole for the time being. 2 tenths quicker than DMZ. The two Haas guys second and third as it stands. Din was a second back. He's in P4 at the moment. So for someone, here we go. Magic Duffman's about to cross the line, and that McLaren. I do love the McLaren car. It looks so nice. He comes across the line 2 seconds down, and I reckon he might have had some sort of issue. So at the top, so Deadman then goes, makes it Mercas. Deadman slots it in P3. Just about 5/10 back off his teammate. So we've still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys yet to set a lap time. There is a few quick guys in that list as well, so people will then have got their first laps in. It's looking quite competitive throughout the field as it stands. Remember, this race is more about stamina than it is for sprint. It's very technical, this track, a lot of corners, you've got to be on it. You can have a breather on the long straights, but when you get to the technical sections, you've got to nail the corners here. If you lose your concentration, you could see yourself out braking yourself and going into a barrier. The barriers hug the track around here. There's no room for error whatsoever, and one little mistake will cost you your race. We've seen a few of them yesterday. Saw quite a few spins yesterday as well. There's people out screening into the pit. Let's have a look at Nelson, who's in the Alpha Motor in the P2 and the constructors. They want to be attacking Mercs today, try and close that gap back up on them. There's Niles there coming through sector 1. We're right on board with him. We're right on board with anyone yet. It's come to the end of the first DRS zone. Nice and smooth through there. As you see, the curbs here can give you a bit of a bouncer. I know at the end of the first DRS there's like an invisible curb that will bounce you off the track. As Levy's retired. Levy is retired in sector 1, turn 2. He was starting his first flying lap, so Levy is out. You can cut that corner there. And now as they get a bit of a better turn in through the castle. Quite twitchy on the steering wheel, but he's actually looking quite smooth here. Is Niles putting the power down. This is looking like a good lap from Niles, to be fair. The yellow flag in sector 3. There's no car in sector 3, so I don't know what that's come out. So Niles hard on the brakes, gets that car turned. Ooh, bit of a rear tank slapper there. He's saved it though. Has that cost him? That probably has cost him a 10th or 2. He's going to absolutely nail it now. They're down to the finish line. Let's see what speed he's hitting as he comes to the line. That gives you a rough estimation what type of wings everyone's running. Oh, he pitted. Now it's back straight out of that lap there, right at the last chance. Didn't even go and finish it off. But like I'm saying, if you watch people coming down that main home straight, you can get a rough estimate, really, from their speed of what sort of wings they are running. So here we go. Mohammed will be the next one. 6 to 11. His car's maxing out 212. So you say he's quite low wings, probably around, I reckon around 10 to 15 wings there from Mo. He's on his flying lap now in that Alpha Tauri. The team scored their first points of the season last week. They'll be hoping to score some more now and hopefully go on a run form. I do like Mo. I have been teammates with Mo. He's a good teammate to have. Levy, though, his teammates already DNF on this session. He'll be a bit gutted. Mo then on his flying lap. He has got a car behind him. Is that Imasha? It is. So these two guys are both on their first hot laps. We're going to see what sort of times they put in. Coming to the castle section, the gap between them is looking like it's stabilised between the both, not one of them pulling or gaining on the other, so it's looking like it could be a bit competitive between these two, but I feel Mo may have just egged out a bit of a gap there through the castle section. So I reckon Mo may set a faster lap time than the Aston Martin driver. Oh, the Aston Martin driver. Did he lose a bit of his foot? He did hit the barrier there by the looks of it. So we're going to come down now to the final straight. As Jay Parking is 7 seconds off the pace up, so he's going to be going round again. Oh, Mo's retired. Mo has retired. He's lost it. I didn't see I was following Imasha. But Mo has crashed out. And both AlphaTauris having a disastrous start to qualifying, both retiring on their hot laps, their first hot laps as well. They will be starting at the back of the grid. Imasha managed the 12th place there. Not what they would have wanted. Where's DMZ? DMZ has invalidated his lap. He's come into the pit. Where's the next car to come across the line? That is going to be Neil. He's on an 8 lap now though, but he's just started his flying lap. He's got to try and find 6/10 from somewhere if he wants to. Oh, he's lost his foot wing. Neil hits the first corner a bit too hard, quite literally, and has lost his front wing, and he's getting followed by Sir Deadman, championship leader. So let's have a look, see if Sir Deadman's going to be improving. He's 4/10 off his teammate right now. Let's see if he can get that back as he comes through sector 1. Looking very clean as always from Sir Deadman. Always smooth to watch. He comes in, he's 3/10 up already in the first sector. So this is looking like a good lap from Sir Deadman. This could be a front row lockout for Mercedes if this carries on. Sir Swindle improves his time though. He goes for a 140.